The U.S. Army might be talking about you because they are definitely talking directly to our young men and women. Oh, Lord. And yes, this is real. I'm not making this shit up. I'm going to pull up the article. It's a damn major in the Army who said this. So it's ridiculous. And we want to move on because the next thing I got to talk about is the Steam Deck very next. And that is hot. Okay. But I got to say this because I seen this and I was a little bit torn. Okay. Let me start by saying everybody who's watching this, who is, the age of, let's say 30 and above, right? 30 and above, 30, 40, 50s, different generation. We didn't grow up in a generation of having internet. Wow, new shit. But we didn't grow up with having internet at our fingertips. Had to do a lot of different things. The way we had to market ourselves was even different. We didn't have those tools for free marketing. You had to pay for ad space. You had to stand outside like the tax guy spinning a sign. It was a different time. Okay. But the U.S. Army seems to think our young men and women are definitely way more soft. But not only are they more soft, they are stating by There we go. Back on. Okay. So internet's been fucking terrible. Comcast, seriously. Seriously. How are we doing, guys? Are we back? Can anybody? Is the stream back? Okay. All right. Thought it was just me. No, it wasn't just you. It's a shitty Xfinity. You're great. 1 second, 300 megabytes per second. Next second, 0.8. What the fuck type of shit is that? All right, we good. We're still on. Good. So, young men and women all over have not only been just disgusted with the way we have been treating them, but they're tired of what we're saying about them. They're tired of us saying, oh, you guys are weaker. You're not stronger. You don't move as much. You don't go outside as much. You don't do as much. Now, young folks, I want to tell you this. We are becoming that age of our parents. Okay? So you probably like, what the hell does that mean, Nick? Let me break it down for you. We always used to hear from our parents, oh, that damn rap music. I hate it. You playing the game all day. The game is not going to make you rich. The game is not going to pay you. The game, and guess what? Nowadays, you got 16-year-olds like Booger winning millions of dollars for their parents. And guess what? His damn parents say, baby, go on play Fortnite for 8 to 12 hours a day. Yeah, he got school and everything. You see the difference? This day and age, we can realize a lot of the benefits off of gaming because we're that generation that are now raising those kids. But the Army says, y'all weak as shit. The Army says y'all cannot pass basic training. The Army says you will not last. And the majority of Generation Z, should we say, is not passing basic damn training of the Army. Now, I'm going to pull up the article. I'm actually going to pull up the facts. Before I get to the facts, I want to give you some facts, U.S. Army, that you didn't list in your damn article, that everybody here wants to know. First of all, a lot of people who enlist in the Army is because a lot of times of circumstantial reasons. Where they live, okay, poverty, don't have the money, so they sign up for the military. Guess what? Bam, pay for my college, pay for my school, all that, okay? That's a reason. Then you got those who, hey, I may have just said, I need to get out. I'm in an environment where people are shooting, killing every day. I don't like it here. I need to get out. Somebody else, I don't like my life. I hate myself. I need to boost my self-esteem. The Army takes them all. They take the guy who's healthy, great, and says, I want to enlist, to the person who's terrible and out of shape who says, I want to enlist. They will make you go through a rigorous course. And if you can pass that rigorous course, you're enlisted. But the U.S. Army says, that's not happening for y'all young asses. They're saying get off of TikTok. TikTok is making you not jump through the tires. You can't swing. Guess what I was seeing today? I went to Sky Zone. Yeah, you know Sky Zone where you're jumping around. We with the kids and the family. We swinging. And you know what I seen? Couldn't nobody pass the swings. None of the young kids was passing it. I'm thinking this is the one that I want. This is the one. I want to prove to everybody I can swing past this shit. No, not anymore. These kids simply went on the cargo net. They were just climbing over. That's easy. So I do want to say to all you young generation folks, do not let them disrespect you. Hold your nuts up high. Okay, let's go ahead and get to it. Now we're going to pull up the exact article. Okay, and we're going to talk about the major. Okay, I don't know his name, but he's sick in the head for just roasting people like that. Pull up the article. Let's get to it. I don't got time for this. The Nintendo generation have weak skeletons. Earlier today, a press release dropped on a Pentagon News Service website titled Why Today's Gen Z is at Risk for Boot Camp Injuries. And it's very funny. Now, they said you can read it here. Let's just click over there. Let's just take a look. Okay, Defense Visual Information Distribution Service. As you can see, this story was posted by Claudia Sanchez Bustamante, but this is the person who had everything to say. Army Captain Lydia Blondin, and there's also another one in here. I ain't forgetting him. It was Army Major John Mark Thibodeau. Both of them had these statements. For today's generation, 18 to 25-year-olds making it through recruit training and successfully transitioning from civilian life into the military is not easy. What the hell you think they doing? Eating fucking bonbons and playing Fortnite all day? There's kids out there who do move. This is not typical. Like, yo, I'm going to tell y'all something. They don't realize this is that. I'm going to finish reading this. I'm going to get to it. Today's recruits are coming from a far more sedentary lifestyle compared to previous generations, making their skeletons more prone to injuries because they're not used to the kind of intense activity they will face at basic training. They got the nerve to call them the Nintendo generation soldier skeleton is not toughened by activity prior to arrival. So some of them break more easily, said Army Major John Mark Thibodeau, a clinical coordinator and chief of the medical readiness service line at Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri. Yo, let me tell y'all something. And I'm going to move on because I want to get to Steam Deck because that's where it's at. I want to say this to you, U.S. Army Major John Mark Thibodeau, whatever the hell you got to say. First off, the Nintendo generation is us. It's not them. It's not 18 to 25. The Nintendo generation is us. We were the ones that were there when Mario first released on that damn Nintendo. We were the ones that had to go through playing the game over from the beginning to beat it. We had to go through entering passwords, going to those magazines in the store, tearing out the pages, or buying it for $5, high as hell. Like, we were the ones that had to do that. Don't ever disrespect us by calling the younger generation the Nintendo generation. You better call them the metaverse generation, the mobile generation, the anything. You never call them the Nintendo generation. As a proud gamer for many, many years, I will tell you, Army Major John Mark Thibodeau, you prucked up. Because we are the Nintendo generation. We're the ones that are proud to say it. Like, the people you're referring to don't want to be called the Nintendo generation. Why? First of all, any kid right now or anybody that's 18 years old, they don't consider themselves the Nintendo generation. Like they don't say Xbox or PlayStation or something. They're not saying Nintendo generation. I just had to get that off my chest. Now, you see the people behind me, and a lot of them, I'm going to be honest, they don't look much in shape. They don't. But you don't need to be in shape to hold 4 pounds and shoot a gun. So for me, and I do understand the Army, the tough conditions to run and go through things. I understand you do got to be physically fit. It's a lot of real shit they go out there. I don't want to undermine what the Army does. They do a lot of real shit that a lot of people can't even go through. Okay. But For them to sit here and say 18 and 25-year-olds are the issue, I do not believe that. I think the Army needs to take a look deep into their recruiting ways. Why are they recruiting in neighborhoods where there's poverty and people in need? Recruit in beautiful neighborhoods. Recruit in the richest of neighborhoods. You know why you don't? Because a lot of those kids don't give a damn and they don't really care. It's very few of them that do. So shout out all those who enlist in the Army. I just want to say thank you so much for your services. Okay, me myself haven't done the Army, Navy, Air Force, National Guard. I'm not doing any of that shit. Don't put no military police by my name. I don't do none of that shit. Okay, I'm here with the bullshit. And that's what I'm here. I'm entertainment shit. If back in those days, I would have been the jester talking my shit and they would have cut my head off with a guillotine a long time ago. But anyways, let's go ahead and